Filming this series has made me utterly disgusted with how much abandoned property is over this country. As I scout locations to film these videos, I'm coming across more and more properties to adverse possess. Now obviously I don't have the ability to do them all myself, which is why I really hope that everyone watching these videos gets themselves a free house or a free piece of land. Now, adversely possessing a piece of land or property is great. You get yourself something and you can call it home hopefully one day, or have your name on the title deed if you'd like to build on it, sell it, or whatever you'd like to do down the line. But to get to this stage, you need to have evidence. And this video is about documentation. What documentation do you need, and how can you successfully document this piece of land or property you have to ensure successful adverse possession? So, you found your piece of land or your property. Now what? What is the next stage that I have to do to adversely possessively claim this? Well, I hope you have already done this if you've been watching the series, because in the previous episode I told everyone to make an email address. Now this email address is something that you're going to be putting on the adverse possession notice to keep documentation. You need this email address as it's going to be somewhere you're going to be sending all of your documentation to. Now make sure this email address doesn't have your name in it. Make it completely random. Call it XYZABCDEFG if you really want, or name it some false company. Just have a fake email address. You can set them up on Google at gmail.com. Just set something up. Don't have it connected to your name. That's step one. Now step two is a little different, as if you have been following this series, you would have seen the map that I had shown you guys where you can buy the title deeds to the piece of land. Well, once you have those, ideally you need some sort of fencing. Now this fencing can be string, it can be absolutely anything, right? They've got some cheap fencing on Amazon, which is linked in the description below, which costs next to nothing, just like this plastic sheeting one. Go get that and board off your piece of land. If it's a property, you've probably already got a boundary, so you might not have to do this step. But for correct documentation, you want to correctly make sure you're documenting only your piece of land and not the others. So please make sure to border it all in. Now that you have your email address set up, you want to make sure that any documents you have already purchased and downloaded, you have sent to this email address if you haven't done already. Every time you send an email to your email address that you've created, please make sure to write the date every single time. Even though the emails are already time-stamped, you want to make it clear, time, dates, when you're at your piece of land, when you have done research, etc, etc. Now we're going to move on to this thing. Now this is called a mobile telephone. It's your phone. Now what could you be using your phone for? Well, it's very simple actually. First of all, every time you're at a place, I want you to pull it out and take some photos. These photos are going to be used as documentation. Obviously the photos have metadata, so they're already time-stamped, but I then want you to email these photos to yourself. So every time you've gone somewhere, you've got the photos, it's time-stamped. You've been there, every time you've done something at your piece of land, you've put up the fence, time-stamped, done. Every time you spent money, receipt, take a photo, document it, email it, write some sort of description in your email every single time. But it doesn't end there, because you want more than just photos. Hello, my name is Oliver Kuiz. It is the 11th of March 2025 and it is 5 to 10 in the morning. Today I'm at piece of land XYZ, which I have labelled XYZABCD, and today I have gone and put up a fence, or I have pulled down a tree, or I have done whatever at this piece of land. As you can see, I'm here at this piece of land and I have done blah, blah and blah. Now this clip that I have just recorded is exactly what I want you to do. Not word for word, obviously. I want you, every time you go to your piece of land, you pull out your phone or your camera and you record. You state your name, you state the date, you state the time. Then you state the name of your piece of land. So it could be an abandoned piece of land on the side of London Road, as an example. So you state your piece of land and maybe even give an address if you've got the address. You could be like, oh yeah, this is 29 Bishop's Drive. I don't know, I'm just making these up as I go along. But you state the location of the piece of land and you record what you have done to the piece of land. Or even if you're just visiting, I've just come to check it out today, blah, 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 and you have done it. Once you've got this unedited clip, this clip cannot be edited, which is why this one currently isn't being edited, this clip section. Once you have got it, you upload it to YouTube. Now here's the thing, you upload it to a brand new YouTube channel. Name that channel the piece of land name or your fake company name, which is in your email address or whatever you're calling it. Connect it to your email address. So that email address you created, create a YouTube account. Then upload these videos. The title of these videos, you title the piece of land name / location and the date. You then unlist the videos. Private it, unlist it, get them not on YouTube. You don't want people to see what you've done on this piece of land today, but the point is, it is further documentation that you have been at the piece of land when you have stated, and you can show the work you have done. Once you have uploaded that video, ideally on unlisted, let's make that clear because then links will work. You can then copy the link of that video, and with that link, you send it to yourself, you email it to yourself with photos of maybe receipts for things you have bought, a bit of a description, just stuff you have done. Send it to your email. Don't open this email. You can open the email to make sure you've got all the stuff, but like, I don't want you just making them look like they've been edited or forwarded and stuff. You just need the emails perfect. The emails need the description, so the title bit for the description. I know this is still unedited, it's crazy. The title, you know, the header on your email needs to be your piece of land name and the date. And you can send it off, and basically the email is timestamping it. The metadata on the videos are timestamping things. Your receipts are timestamping it and proving evidence. Your videos are proving evidence. You can even record yourself doing work, set your piece of land, and it's timestamped evidence on YouTube. Timestamped evidence. Basically, you want to cover yourself in every single aspect. You don't want any possibility of someone thinking you've recorded something at a different date or it's late or whatever. You want absolutely everything. YouTube will record it. Your email will record it. The metadata in your content will record it. Everything will record it. You need to make sure it is all recorded and you document absolutely everything. If that means you are renovating a house, document it, okay? Film it, photograph it, show what you have done. Receipts, you've gone to B&Q or Wix and you bought paint, photograph it. You then show what you have done. You need to document because you need to know how much you have spent on this piece of land, okay? Everything matters, and you will find out when it comes to the point that if an owner turns up, you need to make sure everything is documented. Trust me on this. Here's the truth. I don't want to confuse you. So let me just bullet point what I've just said, as I can imagine the clip I recorded is very confusing. But it's simple. Have an email address and document everything you have done. Everything you purchase, you photograph the receipt. Every time you're there, record a video and upload it onto YouTube unlisted. Record everything, photograph everything, document everything. I know I was going on about metadata, and yes, that's true in the photos, but you want a backup of a backup of a backup. You want your email as a backup. You want the video as a backup, YouTube as a backup, photos as a backup. You want everything to cover your tracks, because at the end of the day, the adverse possession process can be very difficult. So you want to cover everything. You don't want to lose your chance in claiming this. So please make sure you've documented absolutely everything for it to go as smooth as possible. And that's the truth. I want you to adversely possess absolutely everything you see and can find. I don't want you to be stuck. I don't want you to lose out on a property or a piece of land, and I don't want you guys to struggle. There's so much abandoned stuff in the United Kingdom, just alone in the world. It's crazy, but just even going down the streets recording these videos, I can see it everywhere, and I don't want you to miss out. I'd just like to give a tremendous thank you to absolutely everyone who has come along so far to watch this adverse possession series. This is a series that I have wanted to create for a couple of years now, so having everyone come along and watch the videos, I'm very, very grateful for. And obviously this isn't the last video, but I just want to give a big reminder that any links to anything that I have mentioned, fencing, signage, whatever in videos, everything is linked in the description below, so you guys can go along and purchase whatever you need or use whatever links you need to the correct websites. Now, moving on from this, I did say this was going to be a 10 episode series, and it still might be, but it also might be a little longer, so we're just playing with it to see how it goes at the moment, because every time I record a new video, I just feel that there is more information that you guys are going to need in regards to adverse possession and claiming your property or land. Adios, my mis amigos. I shall see you guys all in the next video, which will be up very soon. Goodbye for now.